Hey everybody, it's Aquila, and this is Lefty Nerd Podcast, episode 128, coming to you from Baltimore, Maryland, and crazy lighting. Maybe I'll just do this. Maybe I can back up a little. Is that better? Better? Okay. This is a podcast about knitting, crochet, whatever fibery goodness I'm working on. I record through the week, and then I post on Saturdays of all my clips, so it's vlog style. Thank you to any new viewers, and thank you to all my returning viewers for all the wonderfulness that you provide in my life. Yeah, so let's just jump right into this. Today is August the 8th. Yes. Nope. The 9th. I believe it's the 9th. I'm in office all this week, and of course, so I get home, it's now 5:38, and John took Hayes out, so I was like, I'm going to record a little because I had a major screw up. I'm sure we've all done this. Okay, I talked about in the last episode, I wanted to make the shift shawl. And that's confusing because I keep thinking of the Shift Cowl by Andrew Mowry, and I think she even has the Shift 2 that's a cat. Whatever. This is not by her. This is by Lisa Mutch. I'll insert picture here. I talked about how it's DK weight and I wanted to be like cool and use fingering weight doubled and only use 2 skeins because it would be enough yardage as long as you're using like your full skeins, 2 skeins. I showed you that safety cone orange that I had, right? I'm knitting. I'm getting to the point where it's going to change to the color B, which is going to be my A and B held together. And I'm weighing the yarn and I'm like, okay, 7 grams, I should have this much yardage, etc., yada yada. Because I know I would have enough yardage. Like, this ball looks awfully tiny. I didn't take a picture of it. I should have. It was late last night, and I was like, this is not right. This is not right. I'm doing the math. I'm like, John, if I have 100 grams, it's 463 yards. That's 21 yards to the gram. Was that right? Something like that. Which would leave me having enough yarn. Why do I not have enough yarn? Why do I not have enough yarn? What is going on? And I'm trying to, I do the same calculation in my head over and over and over and over. That wasn't a full skein. It wasn't a full skein. I had used that safety orange already in my Camaro sweater. Insert picture. I had used 25% of that yarn in that sweater because that's a DK weight sweater held double also. My dumb butt totally forgot, and I thought, and I did actually mark it up in Ravelry that I had used that yarn and the percentage because that's how I knew I used 25, and that's how I knew I needed. I had percentage-wise that much left of yarn, and I was like, I should have 25, I'm missing 25% of my yarn. What is going on? This is, because I weighed it. That's what I did. I weighed what I had on my needles. I took my needles off the cord, so I know the cord weighs the tiniest bit, but not enough to really count. And I weighed my yarn, and I had 75 grams. So all the calculations I was doing in my head, getting to changing the color, if I would have had that 25% from my Camaro sweater, I would have been good. Guess what? Not good. I changed colors a row early and started holding A and B because I knew I didn't have much left of A. So at this point, I'm doing short rows. I mean, you could tell this from just looking at the pattern. I can't believe I did this, y'all. I am such a dingbat. So this is like hard to show because my cable. So this is like the top of the shawl, and then you start doing these short rows. But I had held A and B together for one row, which will be fine because once I get up, well, I've already now ran out of A. Once I keep doing my short rows, I'll be holding B and it'll just blend in and it's fine. I'm just gonna have a more distinct line between the orange and then the second color than I will on this section where I was holding it double. I'm holding it double the whole time, where I'm holding A and B together. And that's so cool. I was so excited. So I'm gonna hold this together until I get to so many yards left. Because I don't think I'm gonna hold it through the whole second section. I'm gonna change it probably before that. And I have a purple that I used in my Vertices Unite. I'll insert a picture here of the purple that I'm gonna then hold together B and C. And then that might be the end of it. I might not hold just C and C together. It'll just be B and C. I cannot believe that I totally forgot I had used this. How do you forget that you use this color? I knew I had ripped it out of something and then totally forgot I used it in something else. 'Tis my life. That's okay. I'm totally okay with it. And if I don't love it when it's done, guess what? I'll just frog it. All right, I need to go figure out what I'm having for dinner. I have some hash browns that I think I'm gonna cook up in the bottom of the frying pan with some other stuff and like peppers and onions. And then I think I'm just gonna crack some eggs on top of the whole mixture, and it'll be like fried eggs on top of the potatoes, and you just put the lid on so the whole egg cooks. Yeah, that might be what I do. Like, I guess it's kind of like hash brown hash, because I'm not adding like corned beef or anything in it. Because isn't that what they do with like corned beef hash? They cook the eggs on top of it like that? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's on the side. John gets it all the time, and I don't really pay enough attention. Okay, today is Thursday, the 12th, August 12th. This week has been a blur. I have a little bit of footage. I'm going to have it roll as like B-roll here, me crocheting at the office. We have to wear masks in office if we are not at our desk in an office. And I was in the communal dining room watching TV and crocheting. I've made a little progress on that, so I'm going to start showing you that while this is running. I think it's like probably a minute or 2 minutes of video. And then people were coming in and talking to me. I don't know if they're in it. Might have to crop it, whatever. I have restarted John's pants. I think I restarted them 4 times. I am using the same hook that I asked people to use when they sent in their squares. Now, the square I think I showed, the last edge had the corners and then had 2 clusters. Some of them I've gotten have had 5, a total of 5, so it was 3 in the middle. I've had to adjust on how I've attached, which has also been fine. Now, my plan was altogether to have 8 going all the way around the waist in 2 rows, and then 8 going all the way around the rest, but then I would seam up the center to be the inseam of the pants. Well, when I did join them using the crochet as you go join method, it was way huge. John's like, these are giant, and we ripped them out. So I'm using an H 5mm. The only solution I could find was to just slip stitch them together for the waistband. I'm using this big twist yarn. I believe it's Walmart's brand. It's acrylic. Yeah, nope, it's Joann's. This is Joann's. I think I have another one downstairs that's like the Walmart brand of the worsted weight acrylic. Hold on. Okay. I thought Hazel needed me. Okay. So the first 2 rows, and it looks really silly and funny, and I am attached to these balls, so it's going to be a little awkward. You can see the first row, all 8 going all the way around, are slip stitched together. And to be able to do that, I was slip stitching, going across, going up, going across. Well, I was going that way. You can see the gray edge on the top of every other one. So then the second row, I was doing the crochet as you go method, but was I slip stitching or single crocheting? I don't remember. Either way, it was okay that they started to get bigger. So the second row is done with crochet as you go. And now I have 2 balls attached because each leg is crochet as you go, flat panels back and forth. And then I can show you that. So these are flat panels, see? Because there's going to be the inseam, right? And I have decided I am going to use my Addi, my smaller Addi machine, which I think is 22 needles, to make a tube. I'm going to leave the tube open in the front. I mean, I'll Kitchener some of the stitches, but I will be leaving the tube open in the front and putting elastic and a drawstring in it. But I'm going to attach the tube. I'm going to make the tube long enough to go around as a waistband. I might do a little bit of crocheting to bring it up a little some first, and then put that tube on. That's where we are. And this is the butt side, which John was not quite as happy. He thought they were going to be more on his butt, but they're more on like his outer legs, the mushroom and the peace sign, but it's going to be fine. So that's where we are. We have another package to open. I think after I did the calculations, we needed 6 more, and we have 1 more package to open. And then there still might be some in the mail that are coming, so I'm not going to stress about it. And either way, I can make easily a few squares. So yeah, that's where I'm with this. So I am doing the crochet as you go, join as you go with the crochet. So it's working out fine. Now that I have the hang of it and got the beginning started. I'll have John come in a minute and we will open those. We have 2 packages, but I have something that I bought from Theresa of Pretty Twisted Yarns. And if you are not following her podcast, she just got her circular sock machine. She's been showing it on Instagram. She has named it Pinkie Pie, and I think that's adorable. I need a better name. But she had done the colorway Atlas in Wonderland, which was for her brother's dog who passed away. And if you want to know the whole story, you can go there. But the money was being donated to like the SPCA out where her brother lives in California. And I think she mentioned how much she raised. And so you could buy a colorway called Atlas in Wonderland and a knitting, a bag, a project bag. Sorry, I have not opened this. Ew, it's wet. I just washed my hands before I grabbed everything, so I'm sure that's probably what it is. I didn't dry my hands properly. Let me pause this, and I'll open this up. Magic video. I don't think I mentioned her yarn company name is Pretty Twisted Yarns, so Pretty Twisted Yarns. And this is Atlas in Wonderland. And these colors are so pretty. They're so, so pretty. You know, I'm used to seeing Theresa's stuff with the really brights and the neons and the black stuff that glows in a black light. So this is a little bit different. So this is the drawstring bag. And it's got all these cute doggies, and some of them kind of look like butts, and I can't stop laughing at it. So sorry, butt doggy, butt doggy. And the fabric is, all the inside fabric is also what this is. And boop! So there you go. So let me see if I can get John today. If not, I'll get him tomorrow or whenever before we round up this video. So I just wanted to pop in and show you guys my progress. I feel really bad that I didn't record more of my progress on it and show you. It was just really late at night. I was already tired and frustrated from trying to do it like 3 times, and I was not recording myself. But yes, you know, it's been trial and error. I do not have a pattern for this. Just figuring it out, y'all. All right, till the next clip. Okay, everybody, it is Saturday, August 14th, and we're gonna round up this video. Sorry, I'm moving over because I know I'm going to insert a picture or two here. I have some notes because I'm terrible at remembering names. But first, I will show you the progress I made on my shift shawl. I think in a previous clip I said I was going to change colors to holding B and C in section 2. Well, I'm not doing that. I'm going to get past section 2 and then probably change colors. I wanted to use as much as color B as possible because I really like that color, and honestly it's a single ply and I don't know what else to use it in. I don't use a lot of single plies. I have very little single ply yarn. I don't use it a whole lot. But I did insert the picture of this yarn. This is Knit Picks. I think it's just the tonal, one of the tonals. So I am almost done section 2. It is very bunched up on this cord, and I'm trying to not have a tangled mess here. Okay, so there is section 2, most of section 2. The short rows do not go all the way to the end. So it's very bunched up. I know this is going to grow and block and be pretty large. So once I get past that, I am going to hold B and C together, and I think that will look really nice. Leslie from Not Quite Enough Yarn talked about, she just finished a sweater, and she talked about like holding yarns together and how it doesn't always give a cohesive look. That is very apparent in this right now. Although I am holding the same yarn together, because it has, you know, sections of more purple and more white, you get patches sometimes of the color. So when you hold 2 together, you don't always get a very cohesive look, which I'm okay with. I think it depends on the project or the look you're going for. So if you go and watch her latest, was it her full episode? I can't remember. So she did a whole sweater, and she was using 2 yarns together. She was not holding them together. The trick that she did was she spun them. She plied them together. So she has this gray boucle yarn she's been trying to use up. And then she had all these scraps that she was also trying to use up that she made this giant ball out of. So what she did was she spun them on her wheel and plied them together, which then gives more of a marled look. So you know how marled yarn, if you buy a yarn that has like 2 different plies, say it's a 2-ply, sorry. 1 ply is one color, 1 ply is the other, and it kind of barber poles and it marls, right? So that's the look she was going for. She didn't want it to have like the patches, because when you hold just 2 strands together, you can have one strand that's in front of the other one, like for a whole row or even more than one. Just depends on how you're holding them. And then it could end up, the other color could get in the front. I know that doesn't sound like, because they're not always like front versus back, but I think when you do just hold them next to one another, one is a little more dominant than the other at all times. And one could be A or B, right? So when she plied them together, it ensured that there wasn't a dominant one in front. Do you understand what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. But I think you can tell that in this. My opinion. Strictly my opinion. So I do not normally have like a section where I talk about podcasters. Now I know I just mentioned Leslie, and usually that is how I just end up name dropping, like not in like a name droppy way, but I just end up talking about people because I'm like, oh, this person did this or this person did this. But today I would like to tell you about two podcasters that I watch. And so I have my notes, right? April, her and I believe, have been following each other for quite some time. So April is the Tangled Cat Speaks. I'm going to insert a picture here. She's in New Mexico. And both of these podcasters I'm going to talk about today have lower subscription rates. Not because, I think I started out having, I mean, I know I'm only at like 1,000 and that's not huge, but I was at low numbers for quite some time. And I don't know what I did. I don't know. I don't know how you get out there. You just put yourself out there. I don't know. So, needless to say, I've watched April for quite some time. Now, she didn't have a podcast. She wasn't podcasting for a while, but she's pretty regular monthly. So she does a lot of test knitting. She also crochets and knits, so she does both. And just in this most recent episode that I watched, she was making this bag, and instead of weaving her ends in, she was like braiding them. And I was like, that is so cool. That was so cool. So you should go back, check her out. They're not like super long, like under an hour. I know some people try to watch podcasts that are shorter, but you remember, you can always like speed up podcasts and watch them in like double time, which I do sometimes. Not gonna lie. So she's in New Mexico. You should go give her a check, look-see. I don't know. Go check out her channel. She's also on Instagram as the Tangled Cat. I think it's just the Tangled Cat. It might be the Tangled Cat Speaks. Information is always down below, and I will definitely link to both YouTube and Instagram for both of these people. Now, the other person was newer to me. I know she also watches me, and she had mentioned me, and we were talking about, or she was talking about like down-to-earth people, just, telling it how it is type of thing. I feel like she is also that person, and her name is Echo. And she is sorry, I have to write notes. I have only seen, I think, maybe the last 5 or 6. She's a weekly podcast. Pretty regular. I went back and was looking at the dates or whatever, and it seemed to be pretty regular weekly podcast. So she is the Knitted Bean, and she's in Montana. And she, about a couple episodes ago, I don't remember how many. Oh, insert picture. I wrote down some patterns that she was talking about that she had shown on her podcast because they were super cute, first of all, and second of all, they seemed like really quick baby knits, and I think she even mentioned that they were pretty fast. So, the 2 patterns were called, I'm not going to give designers' names, I didn't write that down. One was the Spring Duo Romper, and the one thing that caught me that I really loved is that the pattern gave choices to be either more gender neutral or it could have like ruffles on it. So the pattern gives you practically 2 patterns because you can make it with or without ruffles. And the one she made was adorable. And I'm like, I gotta make some of these baby knits because, you know, babies. The other one was tiny pants, and they were also really super adorable, and they were meant to go like over diapers. You could embellish them to be like for photo sessions, so that was also really cool. So I highly encourage you to check out both of these podcasters, and yeah, let me know if you went and did that. That'd be really, really awesome of my viewers. So thank you. All right, I think I'm gonna bring John in. We have that one package to open, and then I'll show you the progress on his pants. Johnny Bo! So, I showed the pants at an earlier stage, but now I am further. I think I only have one more row to go on both legs. I have 2 squares left, and I believe we have one to open here. Well, you already opened it. But this is Sally, and this is Sally's backyard. Yes, I'll link down below. Look.
Backdoor Sally.
No.
That's not a good nickname.
No.
Backyard Sally.
Yeah, but her podcast, I think, is Sally's Backyard. And she started just doing Vlogmas, kind of like what I did, and then just started going with it. And hers are really, really cool because she shows a lot of everything, like cooking and all the different things. Her garden in the back, she has like a puppy dog, Riley, and yeah, so... And hers are relatively short, so if you're looking for like a quick fix on something, that's a good one. Yeah, so go ahead, sorry. That is a very bright green, I love it.
Limey green.
I think she made her husband a hat out of that color.
Oh,
I can't remember. So now I have 3 out of 8 squares. I need to make 5 unless more show up in the P.O. box, which I don't know if they will or not. Let's go ahead and... Oh, I have the yarn wrapped up on the inside. My gray yarn is wrapped up. Look at this craziness. This looks insane, doesn't it?
Wow.
So...
Am I going to have a crotch soon?
No, I gotta finish the legs before I start the crotch, because I want it to be a continuous line. Okay? So, ready? Waistband.
Wait, hold on.
These are insane. So
I don't think I'm gonna actually wear them though.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm totally gonna wear them.
So yeah, so the Almost Famous pants. So yeah, they're pretty awesome.
Yeah.
They gotta be. Oh, you're taller than me.
Yeah, I am taller than you.
I might need another line. We'll have to find out.
We'll figure it out.
Can
I put them on?
They're kind of like chaps, I guess, at this point. Yeah, sure. I'll come back down here, I guess.
Do I take my pants off?
No!
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Don't rip my stitches out, man.
These are the front.
Yeah, that's... Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
Don't step on the yarn. Okay, you're good. They do kind of look like chaps right now because I gotta sew that crotch up.
We could leave like a spot right there and that could be for the ladies.
Oh my god. Oh my god. It reminds me of the Pauly Shore son-in-law.
Twerk.
Stop.
Twerk.
And he comes out in the chaps and he's not wearing anything underneath of them. So if you've watched that movie Son-in-Law, I love Pauly Shore. I don't know what. I just love him. That's such a good movie.
I like the flow of them.
Okay, but they're not gonna do that.
I like the flow of them.
Okay, let's get back. Come on.
Where am I going? Do I have to take them off?
No, but sit back down.
I can keep them on?
Yeah, oh god.
Oh.
Oh god. Okay. So we have one package to open. This does not have squares, but it was from...
Bobby the Canitress.
Bobby the Canitress. We already took it out of the package, so we didn't have crinklies, but it's in
It's in
tissue
a
paper.
phallic
Stop it.
It's in a. I don't want to open it. I want to keep it just like this. Hold on. Squeeze there and then hold gently there. Oh, sorry.
Is this a family-friendly podcast?
It is. It looks like a gun. Oh boy. Da, 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 da.
Ooh, that's super pretty.
This is called Somewhere Over the Johnny Bow.
And they just, they just recently, oh, it's a 4-leaf clover. So they just recently, or Bobby just recently renamed all the bases, because I think they now have all the bases that they're going to be dyeing on. And all the bases are going to be named after
Presidents.
Falls.
Presidents.
Waterfalls that are in their local area. So this is Lamolo Falls. And this is the 80-20. Oh, stickers! There's stickers.
Oh boy. We'll have to put one on our...
One's gotta go on my machine.
What makes you think you get one? Does this say anything about you being awesome and inspirational?
No.
We'll talk about it. Maybe you can earn a sticker
That's
if you're
really
good.
cool.
Somewhere over the Johnny Bow.
Goofball.
And I got a note that says, "Thank you for being an awesome and inspirational person. I am none of those things," in which I will respond with, "No, you."
All right, so let's round this up and be done. And thank you.
Thank you.
What do you want out of it?
Squares. I think that's the only thing that's paramount right now. I think Bobby needs to be in my pants.
All right, I'll hold this triple and I'll make you a square out of it. And then what do you want socks out of it?
I don't care.
Okay,
Socks or a hat.
Or a hat.
Let's see. I wonder what kind of hat I would want.
I know exactly what hat you want. All right, everybody, knit happy.
And for those of you guys on Mullet Watch 2021, I just got shaped up a little bit. It's coming in. So for the first time, she took the top down. So the top is officially businessy. And then party-y. So the back is officially longer than the front. I got my lines. And then I always put my Vanilla Ice lines in my eyebrow because...
That was the longest
Why not?
sign-off ever. Jeez.
Business in the front.
All right, that works. Bye!